How will you leave a lasting legacy to supersize and grow your business, or as you supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our idiom for today is leave a lasting legacy. Love this topic because probably 15 years ago, I wouldn't even have thought about this or considered this. I was so busy running through my life, creating what I wanted to create in my personal life and in the businesses that I was working with and the businesses that I owned, and raising my family. I wasn't really thinking about the impact I was having on the rest of the world and on whether I was being an example or warning and how I wanted to show up in the world. I was just acting, taking action, running through my life, and not really intentionally thinking about the different areas and aspects of my life. I was setting goals in the different areas, but I wasn't necessarily, number one, achieving them and doing them. When I think about my physical health and well-being, I was not taking care of myself. I was not doing the things I needed to do in order to be here 10, 20, 30 years down the road. Why? Because I wasn't thinking about those things. I was just busy trying to achieve what I wanted to achieve back then. Now, I've had a lot more time to think about it because when I was 50, I had a sudden cardiac arrest and took a little time out of living. Luckily for me, I was brought back and I'm still here today talking about it. But I've also had the opportunity to intentionally say, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? How do I want to show up in the world? And what kind of a legacy, what kind of an impact do I want to leave when I'm no longer here? I got a taste of what my life would have meant had I not been here, 13 plus years ago. And I wasn't really delighted or pleased at the mess I would have left in my wake. So I made a whole bunch of changes following that particular incident, because all of us, I think, want to make the world a better place. At least the people I interact with and work with and are in my circles, we want to leave a lasting positive impression on the world, not a negative one. Now, I'm the first to admit that every day in every way, I don't always leave people better than I met them, because some people drive me crazy, right? It's just human nature. But I make a concerted effort to leave a positive impact on everybody I interact with and to make the world a better place. So, this idiom, this expression, not sure exactly when it originated and what's been around. You could look up the etymology of the word legacy, and that might give us an idea. But the whole idea of it is to give something of value, or to leave something of value behind when we're no longer here walking on the planet. I found a really interesting thing about the top 5 leaders that have had the most positive impact and legacy on, I guess, probably humanity to date. And they were, and I think it's an interesting list. You may or may not agree with it. But you'll notice I said positive impact, because we can think of people that have had a bigger impact than these people, depending on how we define impact. But legacy is defined as making a positive value difference to the people that are left behind. And those are Albert Einstein, Martin Luther King Jr., Teresa Mandela, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, and Marie Curie, Madame Curie. And, this idiom, this expression is also a proverb in Proverbs 13:22 in the Bible. So we know this idiom and this expression and this idea dates back at least to biblical times, and probably before, because I'm sure over generations people were leaving things for their children, leaving things for humanity, leaving things to make the world a better place. And Proverbs 13:22 says, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, not just to his children, right? That meaning they make generational impact and generational, not just wealth. We think of retirement and legacy and often in terms of money, but it doesn't really, if you look at this list, it's not about money. It's about how did you positively impact the world as a whole and what you left behind. So I guess my question for you today is, do you have and are you working on a legacy as you're building and growing and supersizing your business? I know I am, and I'm working on it more nowadays in terms of impact and making a positive difference in the world and helping other businesses to do the same. That's more important to me now than the money and the dollars that come with it, because money and dollars come easy. Making a positive difference in the world, especially as the world gets more chaotic and more crazy and more negative and more nonsense happens in the world that we just shake our heads at and we're like, how can this even be happening? That's when we need to step up, be ourselves, and really make that positive difference. And we do that by building ourselves and making ourselves better human beings and sharing that with the rest of the world. Because the best thing we can actually do is be a good example by showing other people that you can be yourself and make the world a better place, and that gives them permission to do the same. That's it. Any questions about this particular idiom? That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? If it's identifiable, where it specifically came from, like yesterday's was. And how could you use it to grow and build and supersize your business and make the world a better place right now? Have a great day.